The adventure story begins with a man shown standing on snowy mountains. The temperature is extremely low, but he is surviving somehow. He might have to come into the Guinness Book of World Records, which is why he is working so hard. Suddenly, the man hears some strange noises, which is surprising because there is no one with him. So, he goes outside to check everything, but just a short distance away, he spots a glowing object. He approaches it and examines it. The man is very scared, wondering why there is a light at such a high altitude. Upon investigation, it turns out to be a large circular object emitting unlimited amounts of energy. Without thinking much, the man touches the object, causing bright lights to emanate, and he passes out. A while later, the object disappears. When the man regains consciousness, he sees a strange mark on his hand, like a sample of his body has been taken. The man is unable to understand what exactly happened to him. Was it an appearance of a god, or an advanced civilization? Many years pass, and the time comes to 2008. We now see Helen, a very intelligent scientist with a high IQ. Helen used to teach at a university and lived with her stepson, but she doesn't receive as much love from him as she would have liked. Despite that, she tries to create a good family environment. A few agents arrive at Helen's home suddenly, telling her that they need to take her on an important mission. Since her son is with her, she initially refuses. However, after much insistence, the agents take her with them. Helen is taken to a large headquarters of NASA, where many other scientists are present. There, Helen learns the actual reason for this sudden meeting. She sees her old friend, Michael, who holds a high position at NASA and had suggested Helen's name along with other scientists. Since the problem is such that all scientists need to come together, otherwise human civilization will completely cease to exist, all the scientists are gathered in front of a large screen. Michael is demonstrating that we have all been continuously tracking the object approaching Earth, and it is growing larger. In just an hour, this object will collide with Earth, and perhaps destroy it. The worst part is that even if we fire missiles at the object, it won't make a difference because its speed is so high that no attack will be effective. However, they all need to make a calculated decision, because this is a matter of human civilization. This is why all the scientists were summoned here without being informed. They are the ones who can potentially save human civilization. Now, only a short time remains. Therefore, all the scientists are brought to the location where the massive object is expected to land. We are shown the same circular type object whose speed inexplicably slows down as it approaches Earth. Gradually, it starts rising upwards and stops in the middle of a large field. Its size is immense, and along with it, the brightness increases significantly. Half of the scientists have realized that this is not an ordinary object. It could be a spaceship belonging to an advanced civilization that has landed on our planet for some reason. All the scientists, including Helen, a very courageous individual, are present on the ground. Slowly, Helen begins to move toward the light emanating from the object. Inside the object, the light flowing in all directions has lit up the area as if it were daytime even at night. Suddenly, an alien emerges from the object, and Helen attempts to communicate with it. However, the soldiers present find the aliens terrifying. Following orders from their commander, they begin firing continuously. As the alien is attacked, it becomes severely injured, and it is Helen who takes care of it. Helen urges everyone not to fire because the alien is not aggressive at all. And despite not wanting to harm them, the alien had been grazed by a bullet, causing severe injury. Suddenly, from within the object, a massive alien robot emerges, something humans had never seen before. It moves directly towards them at a rapid pace, emitting a deafening sound that no human could bear. Everyone's ears began to rupture, causing them to collapse onto the ground. It seemed as if this robotic alien had come to destroy them all. However, when the large alien robot attacks Helen, the injured alien stops it, realizing that Helen is not a threat, she is helping them. Upon receiving the command, the massive robotic alien stops and its systems shut down instantly. The injured alien now needs urgent treatment. The doctors and surgeons begin operating to remove the bullet. However, suddenly it is discovered that the alien's body is rapidly deteriorating, with its upper layers disintegrating, exposing a human form beneath. Everyone is shocked as the reality sinks in. Beneath the alien's robotic exterior, there is a human being slowly recovering. This revelation is astounding for human civilization. They swiftly collect DNA samples from the alien, and upon examination, it becomes clear that its DNA closely resembles human DNA. This implies that these aliens must have visited before because their DNA structure is identical to ours. We realize that the glowing orb of light we first saw on the snowy mountain had come with the same alien whose small mark was on the man's hand. This indicates that the aliens have been here multiple times before. Within days, the alien fully recovers and starts resembling humans, as its DNA matches that of the man from the icy mountain. Hence, its appearance remains the same. High-ranking politicians and commanders arrive to interrogate the alien at the site. A high-ranking member from the White House is present, who has been viewing the alien as a threat from the beginning. Angrily, she approaches the alien and demands, "What is your plan? Why have you come to our Earth? We were shown that the nano-alien was able to breathe within Earth's environment and even drink water." The alien quickly analyzes and begins speaking in human language, specifying that he has come to protect Earth, not to destroy it. These statements still confuse everyone, so the alien is intentionally taken to another room for further interrogation. At this point, the alien seems clueless about what the people are doing. In front of his powers and abilities, they are nothing, yet he calmly waits. Several investigators attach chips to the alien's brain and continuously monitor the signals and responses on their devices. They aim to determine whether the alien is truthful or deceitful. However, the alien suddenly releases a set of signals, causing all the investigators' machines to malfunction. Unable to make proper decisions, and with his magical powers, the alien even lifts and throws one of the investigators aside. Meanwhile, within Earth's environment, several more alien spaceships begin entering. All the countries are suddenly in panic as the invasion has begun. Previously, it was only assumed, but now witnessing it unfold, everyone is terrified. It is revealed that the nano-alien has escaped and quickly blended into the normal human population. He was seen at the airport, but suddenly, due to the injuries he sustained, he starts bleeding profusely and collapses. Directly, Helen is called because Michael and his friends believe Helen might be able to help the alien. Helen, along with her stepson and husband, sets out to meet the alien. Upon seeing Helen, the alien feels much more comfortable. He applies something to his wounds, and they heal completely. However, the alien does not stay in one place. He leaves swiftly to meet an elderly figure, a fellow alien, who, like him, arrived on Earth a few years ago to study humans and their civilization. The nano-alien shares all the information with the elderly alien. The elderly alien explained that no matter what they do, it is humans who are destroying Earth. They have given humanity countless chances, but humans are not fit to coexist with nature. As a result, nature and innocent animals are bearing the brunt of humanity's actions. Therefore, it would be better to remove humans from Earth altogether. The nano-alien has now reached its conclusion, as they have read each other's minds. Traveling further, the nano-alien approaches a riverbank, followed closely by Helen, who still suspects the alien might pose a threat. At the riverbank, a circular-shaped spacecraft emerges from the water. However, this one is smaller. The nano-alien places his hand on the circular object and begins casting spells. A bright light emanates, spreading across Earth in mere seconds. This light affects the animals and wildlife on Earth, not humans. Suddenly, all the animals on Earth begin entering the circular object. It appears as though they are being teleported to another planet. It becomes evident that the aliens are removing humans from Earth, taking them to a more suitable place where they can live peacefully. Helen watches all this unfold and directly approaches the nano-alien, asking why he did this. The nano-alien clearly states that Earth is deteriorating because of humans, and they cannot allow the planet to be destroyed in this way. Helen understands, as she has witnessed how humanity has rapidly developed, leading to pollution and excessive use of resources. Helen asks if humans could be given another chance, but the alien explains that they have been given chances repeatedly. However, humanity's superiority complex blinds them to the impact of their actions. While they are talking, a police officer arrives. He has detected the alien's presence and immediately orders him to raise his hands. The nano-alien raised his hands, but then touched a car nearby, causing it to automatically crash into the police officer. The officer was instantly killed, but the nano-alien quickly placed something in the officer's mouth. Within moments, the officer's body undergoes a transformation, and he is revived, an indication of the alien's ability to bring the dead back to life. This ability was remarkable, showing that the alien civilization surpasses humanity in advanced technology and understanding. Despite this, the aliens have been striving to save humanity for years. Helen repeatedly pleads with the nano-alien, insisting that humans can change if they are made to realize the importance of Earth. She requests once more for humanity to be given another chance. After much discussion, Helen takes the nano-alien to a renowned professor, one of the world's greatest scientists who had developed numerous groundbreaking scientific concepts. When the nano-alien and Helen enter the professor's room, a complex problem that had remained unsolved for years is written on the board. The nano-alien instantly observes and solves it within minutes. The professor is shocked, unable to comprehend the solution initially, but the alien patiently explains, leaving him in awe. However, the larger issue remains, how the aliens are still hesitant to provide humanity with a chance. The alien shares that a similar situation occurred with their civilization long ago. They realized their planet was doomed, and only through changing their way of life could they survive. They learned to utilize resources responsibly and care for nature. In contrast, humans lack such awareness and empathy. The professor responds, explaining that while their civilization faced a dire situation, humans haven't yet reached that level of realization. He firmly believes that if humans were made to understand the seriousness of their actions, the future could be different, perhaps Earth could be saved. Professor's words made the nano-alien reflect deeply. Meanwhile, back at home, Helen's son harbored intense hatred toward the alien. Upon learning that his mother was aiding the alien, he immediately called the police and informed them of the location where Professor, Helen, and the alien were in discussion. A large team of army soldiers swiftly arrived, intending to capture them. However, the nano-alien quickly detected the situation and acted. Helen, the nano-alien, and her son began fleeing as the soldiers surrounded them using helicopters. The nano-alien managed to take control of the helicopter systems, causing them to collide mid-air, leading to their destruction. Meanwhile, Helen's son was about to fall into the water when the nano-alien sped towards him, grabbing him and pulling him to safety on the shore. On the other side, the massive alien robot had activated itself and was moving aggressively, wreaking havoc across the battlefield. Army officers and their teams were determined to stop it, using all their weapons and advanced equipment. Despite launching missiles and dropping bombs, the alien robot remained unaffected. It seemed unstoppable. The robot effortlessly overpowered the military forces, destroying tanks, airplanes, and all defensive systems. With a powerful laser beam from its eyes, the robot obliterated everything in its path. Realizing the robot's slow pace, the military began constructing massive walls around it and deploying flamethrowers to destroy it. However, the giant alien robot remained unaffected, its durability beyond any conventional weaponry. As the massive alien robot unleashed its swarm of tiny, destructive insects, the situation escalated rapidly. These insects spread across the landscape, systematically converting everything into dust, buildings, infrastructure, and even the Earth itself. Their tiny size allowed them to infiltrate human bodies, damaging internal organs and systems beyond repair. Humanity's efforts to survive were futile as these microscopic pests continued their relentless destruction. The people watched helplessly as civilization crumbled around them. There was no escape, no solution. The realization dawned that this might be the end for humankind, and the sense of hopelessness gripped everyone. They knew they were powerless against this alien force. Their only hope was that some miracle might intervene, giving them another chance to preserve Earth. Meanwhile, Helen's son found solace in the company of the nano-alien. Their bond grew stronger as the alien protected him, guiding him to a safe place. Over time, Helen's son and the alien developed a genuine friendship. One day, Helen's son tried to reach his mother using a malfunctioning telephone. Seeing this, the nano-alien intervened, fixing the device so they could communicate. Soon, Helen connected with her son, who asked her to meet at the graveyard where his father's grave was located. Upon reaching the graveyard, Helen and her son stood by the grave. The son's desire was clear: he wanted the nano-alien to bring his father back to life. However, the alien calmly explained that it could not revive decomposed bodies. This ability was beyond its reach. Hearing this, Helen's son was crushed by disappointment, realizing that the hope of seeing his father again was lost. Sitting by his father's grave, he wept, filled with sorrow and longing for the father he lost too soon. In the calm that followed, Helen held her son tightly, both overcome with emotion. The bond between mother and son grew deeper, as they found solace in each other's presence. Helen shared stories of her husband, expressing how much she missed him, but also highlighting the strength she saw in her son, a reflection of his father's legacy. The nano-alien watched them silently, his expression thoughtful. This was a moment he had never truly understood in the past, the depth of human emotion and the connection they shared. He realized that perhaps giving humans another chance was not just a mercy but a necessity. Helen, sensing the alien's understanding, pleaded once more. They are not perfect, but they have the capacity to change. They just need a chance to learn from their mistakes. The nano-alien nodded, acknowledging her words. As he looked to the sky, where the swarms of destructive insects still loomed, he knew immediate action was needed. Turning his attention back to Helen and her son, he gently guided them into a tunnel carved beneath the earth. Inside the tunnel, Helen began to notice her son showing signs of weakness, his nose bleeding. Concerned, she rushed to tend to him, but then felt a sharp pain herself. The nano-alien observed their worsening condition and gently explained, "The insects are inside you. They are attacking you from within." Helen's eyes widened in fear. "Please, save him. Save us both," she pleaded. The nano-alien reached out, his hands glowing faintly as he absorbed the deadly insects from both Helen and her son, transferring them into his own body. Slowly, the two began to stabilize, their strength returning. Once they were stable, the nano-alien led them to Central Park, a place where they would be safe. As he stood amidst the insects, he activated his enormous spaceship, using its power to communicate with the insects. His voice echoed, signaling that humanity had reached a point of realization. "We have seen the light," the nano-alien commanded. "It is time for you all to cease." Instantly, the swarm of insects began to dissipate, deactivating one by one. The chaos came to a halt, and the environment began to heal. The insects returned to their original dormant state, and the world slowly began to restore balance. In the quiet aftermath, Helen, her son, and the nano-alien stood together, watching the rejuvenation of Earth. The alien's mission had shifted, from destruction to preservation, and for the first time, he saw hope in humanity. The story came to an end, leaving viewers captivated by the journey of humanity and the extraordinary events that unfolded. As the immense spaceship ascended higher into the galaxy, away from Earth's atmosphere, the realization dawned on humanity: this was a new beginning. Helen and her son stood together, watching the distant stars, their hearts filled with hope. The destruction caused by the alien vibration had been immense, but it was also a chance for humanity to rebuild, to create a future free from the mistakes of the past. The viewers were left to reflect on the events, the choices made, the sacrifices endured, and the possibilities for a brighter tomorrow. The story had ended, but the journey of humanity's survival and transformation would continue in the hearts and minds of those who watched. In the quiet of space, the spaceship moved silently, leaving Earth behind. A fresh chapter awaited, and the future was theirs to shape.